Like, do you even know who you are? I am black, biggity black, American, yes, but bigger than that. Spitting opinions, rooted in facts. Hope you aware the culture is bigger than plats. Used to be a summit, now we got a pot.
All right, so I think we can go ahead and get going. Do we have Joy on the line? All right, well, if not, well, welcome everybody. I'm really looking forward to talking about hip hop's influence on Asian culture. I didn't intentionally wear a Wu-Tang Clan shirt, I promise. So we have a lot impacted in store today. But first, I want to introduce our panelists. So we have Ashlee Griffin and Ashlee Mitchell. All right, Ashlee and Ashlee. All right, so first, I'll go ahead and do a bit of a bio on Ashlee Griffin, and then we'll go from there. Then we'll kind of jump it off with some questions, and then we'll have some time for dialogue, and then a bit of Q&A at the end. Sound good? All right. So Ashlee Griffin, better known as Multifacetedacg, is a diverse content creator. She specialized in Hallyu Wave entertainment with an emphasis on K-pop and music production commentary. She's collaborated on projects and events both domestically and in South Korean-based companies and with South Korean-based brands. And also, you guys should really check out our podcast, Multifacetedacg Presents an Album a Day, found wherever you get podcasts. So welcome, Ashlee.
Hey, y'all. Thank you.
Awesome. And next we have Ashlee Mitchell. Ashlee Mitchell is a Gen Z writer with a focus on Black and Korean pop culture. Her work can be found in publications like, I don't know, Teen Vogue, Grammys, MTV News, and Dazed. She's also a really committed and busy communication student at Northwestern University with a concentration in African American studies. Welcome, Ashlee.
Hello.
All right. So again, today we're just going to talk about some of the key intersections on hip hop, or between hip hop and K-pop, right? Or Asian music more largely. But, we'll go into questions like, is Asian music generated and inspired by Black music, whether it be from a perspective of appropriation or appreciation, right? But before we dive into the meat of it, let's just roughly start. What's the difference, right? We hear a lot of conversation about appropriation versus appreciation. How do you guys define either or, and where do you see it fitting with respect to K-pop or Asian music?
Really, I feel like it really depends on, like some things are obvious, like when someone is wearing braids during a hip hop concept, or dreads, or just doing anything that's like stereotypically like Black or from some other culture, then it's pretty obvious. But sometimes I think when it's just like the genre of music, maybe like it's R&B and hip hop, and they're not necessarily dressing like another person's culture, then I think that's more appreciation than appropriation.
I go a little bit more textbook about it. First and foremost, saying appropriation, that really wasn't the book term for it. It was misappropriation, but we've made a new nomenclature of it, if you will, over the years. So basically, if I'm appreciating something, I'm making an effort to understand it, and I'm acknowledging where it came from. I'm not denying it in any shape, form, or fashion. Misappropriation or appropriation, it's embezzlement. You are taking and implying or flat out saying that it's yours and yours alone. And even though we're talking about it in music, you can see it rampant on TikTok these days with the kids hitting the ice in my veins, not knowing that comes from Black New York basketball culture and whatnot. So it's everywhere. It's flat out embezzlement. That's what it really is.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting how you bring about how it sort of segues and is so ubiquitous within and across social media, right? I think that'll be something, and everybody in the comments, like, keep commenting. I see a lot of good stuff coming through, but let's touch on that at the end, right? But I think now that we have a nice foundation, right, in terms of appropriation versus appreciation, how do we see it most widely in hip hop culture or just Black culture generally, right? Let's just broaden it a bit with respect to Asian music, culture, or K-pop specifically.
You said broaden it?
Yeah, so in terms of hip hop, but, just Black culture generally, right? Because I think the two are so intertwined, you can't divorce one from the next. So what do you say, Ashlee?
I feel like a lot of Korean artists have been very open about where they get inspiration. I feel like a lot of them reference Black artists as their inspiration, especially like early on in their careers. But I think the problem is that when Black people or Black fans bring up that certain things they do are disrespectful or that people find offense to it, they don't necessarily take that into account or care. So I feel like it's like, how do you say you're inspired by this person, but when this person's group of people is calling you out or saying this makes me uncomfortable, this feels disrespectful, you're ignoring it or saying you don't care. Like it's kind of problematic.
One big factor that makes it very touchy-feely, these newer generations of artists have no qualms. These are the ones who have grown up with the internet connected to them at all times and the accessibility of grabbing YouTube and whatnot and watching things there. Black music or American music came to Korea during wartime. So the appeal of saying you're listening to foreign music is one thing, but admitting that you're taking it from them because they believe in emulating if it's something good, saying where it came from is going to minimize their impact. So the younger artists, zero qualms about saying anything. It's the labels that will not say where they're sourcing the material. And everything is influenced by Black entertainment anyway. So it's very hard to differentiate the two if what you see as the apex of entertainment already has us hidden behind it. You have no knowledge of it always being us. So it's really, it's a little funky, if you will.
Yeah, it gets really murky. Ashlee, what's your take?
Definitely. I think that's what I like about, I think there are some outliers. Like that's what I like about Big Hit, about BTS's company, is they've been very clear that we're making Black music. Like they're not trying to hide it. They're not calling it anything else but Black music. But then I feel like at other times, it's more like they kind of like whitewash it. They just call it Western American when really they mean Black. You know, it's like it's not Western, it's not American, it's specifically Black. And even in our, in our pop music, there's people, like there's Dua Lipas, there's Ariana Grande, there's people that are using Black culture and becoming super megastars, while the Black artists doing it are pigeonholed in the categories and they don't reach pop music status. So I just feel like it's a larger issue. It's just a big issue of like anti-Blackness globally.
If they did put on it that they were flat out doing Black music like YG Entertainment used to put on their albums back in the day, that's jolting. It's really jolting.
And I mean, how then do we find, or like what will be, I would say, that point of reconciliation, right? What's going to be that breakthrough to, where we can really find, like, as Black people, right? But again, in Black music or Black art, right? What's going to be the distinction